The Eurasia Canal project. The Eurasia Canal is an ambitious vision to connect the Caspian Sea with the Black Sea. The project entails far-reaching geopolitical ramifications, with Russia and China, among others, standing to benefit from growing energy trade and economic relations between Europe and Asia. Known as the Eurasia Canal, it is intended to provide a shorter route for shipping than the existing Volga-Don canal system of waterways. Every country depends on maritime trade to sell what it has a surplus of and buy what it needs because of its high efficiency and low cost. The Eurasia Canal project is important due to its potential to expand logistics routes, as well as reduce the burdensome effects of sanctions restrictions. The project is relevant in the context of China's Belt and Road Strategic Initiative. It would run through the Kumamanic Depression in Russia, a low-lying area between the Caspian Sea and the Azov Black Sea basin. Russia and Kazakhstan, however, seem determined to launch this geopolitically ambitious project. In 2007, Russian President Vladimir Putin called for the expansion of inland waterways within the country. A significant part of the cargo traffic between China and the countries of the European Union, which have ports on the Mediterranean Sea, will be transported via this new Trans-Eurasian route that includes the Eurasia Canal. Global trade activities cannot be imagined without the shipping industry. Seaborne trade accounts for 90% of global trade, and billions of people have benefited from the massive productivity improvements achieved by bulk. The proposed so-called Eurasia shipping channel would expand and connect a series of rivers and waterways across the northern territories of the North Caucasus. The eastern end of the route would open to the Caspian. Over the past 3 years, the cargo makeup of Kazakhstan has changed significantly. According to Kazakhstan officials, China is interested in shipping transit cargoes via the Caspian Sea to Europe. Currently, vessels traveling from the Caspian Sea to the Black Sea must travel north to the Russian Volga River, then southeast to the Don River, and finally onto the Azov Sea that opens into the Black Sea. Despite the fact that today there is a waterway from the Black to the Caspian Sea, the idea of creating a full-fledged canal periodically pops up in the press and is discussed in the scientific and leadership circles of the country. The Eurasia Canal project extends 700 kilometers across Russian territories, designed to facilitate maritime connections between the Caspian and Azov Seas with multiple locks, estimated to be a very large and expensive undertaking, with one source mentioning a potential cost of around $20 billion. The Caspian Shelf is home to 20 oil gas fields and more than 250 oil lands. Oil deposits in the area contain about 6 to 10% of the world reserves. The first option would cost an estimated £7 billion and allow for the transit of ships as large as 10,000 tons. The second would cost £17 billion and would carry ships as large as 26,000 tons. Experts predict significant growth in the demand for freight transportation, in particular for liquid cargoes, between the Caspian region and the ports of southern and central Europe. Initial construction plans for this waterway connection emerged in 1932 under Soviet leadership, but progress halted during World War II and subsequent reconstruction efforts. The Eurasia Canal would give all 3 nations ready access to the open sea, allowing each of them to greatly augment their freighter volume.